Job experience is very important to have in your high school years before college. Working with a manager, getting paid regularly, and knowing how to get along with customers are all things that are very important to learn when you're having a job. My first job was at Patrizio's in Highland Village. Patrizio's is an Italian restaurant with good food, loyal, friendly customers, an upscale atmosphere, patio seating, and a location near good shopping. Working at Patrizio's means the customers always come first. When applying to any job, you have to go in and ask for an application. For me personally, I like to meet with the managers so they can put my face with my application. There are 3 things to remember when applying for a job. 1, wear something business casual. For girls, that might be a dress or a skirt that's length is appropriate. And for guys, it would be dress pants or khaki pants and a nice collared shirt. 2, when meeting with the manager, be sure to shake his or her hand and say things like, "Yes, sir," and "Yes, ma'am," to show your respectfulness, and always smile. And 3, always follow up and check in on your application to show your interest. When I went in to grab an application, I asked to meet with the manager. We both sat down and I spoke with him about my interest and why I was interested in working on Patrizio's. I think managers really pay attention to your personality and ability to communicate with adults when considering you for the job. With that in mind, I made sure to keep eye contact, show confidence, and I smiled pretty much the entire time. I think what made me stand out was my ability to smile throughout the entire conversation and have a positive attitude. About a month after I applied for the job, I got a call from the manager, Johnny. He asked me to come in so he could talk to me about possibly being hired for the job. When I went in, he gave me the job officially, and I signed some papers and gave him my contact information, and I was officially an employee at Patrizio's. Something important to remember to have when you're going in to possibly get hired for a job would be your driver's license and social security card. Having both of these shows your preparation and your forethought. Now that I had a job, I needed to make sure the customers were happy the entire time I was at Patrizio's. In order to do that, I had to keep the expectations that my managers had for the employees in mind. Some expectations of a lot of jobs include coming on time, and the proper attire. Your manager will let you know what the proper attire might be for your specific restaurant when he or she hires you. Keeping your area clean and constantly checking on your tables to ensure that they're enjoying their meal are also very important things to keep in mind. I have experience with not wearing the proper attire one time when coming to work. It was about my 3rd time hosting and my 3rd week at Patrizio's, and I came in wearing a nice shirt and blue jeans. When Johnny, my manager, saw me, he said, "Go home and change." At first I was a little confused because I was wondering why he would send me home, but then he said that blue jeans were not acceptable and I needed to be wearing dress pants or a dress or a skirt. So I followed what he said and I respected it, and I went home and changed and came back. And that's an example of knowing what your work attire is and always respecting your managers even if you don't always agree with them. Whenever I'm working as a hostess, I always try to smile every time I talk to the customers and keep a very positive attitude. Even when there are personal issues in my life, I try to keep those away from work and not let it affect my work. The other day when I was hosting, this woman was leaving Patrizio's after having dinner there, and she let me know how she really appreciated my positive attitude and happiness throughout the entire time she was there. All these expectations result in becoming a successful employee, and when it comes down to it, making the customers super happy and satisfied. Having a job is difficult, but in the end, the experience is so worth it. And having previous work experience really helps in future jobs that might be hiring you. At Patrizio's, the customer's happiness always means everything to us and always comes first. We want customers to come and keep coming back. After all, isn't that the point of any job?